It's been my first time in Pakistan, my first time in Lahore, and my experience at LLF has just been extraordinary. From the moment I arrived in this city, there's been so much of a warm welcome, beautiful places that I've been taken to, friendly people offering me wonderful things to eat and drink, and above all, meeting many, many new people, writers, people from Pakistan, people from Europe, from America. And that's been extraordinary because we've made new friendships, we've spoken on panels together before we even knew who each other were. Other people were already famous. It was amazing to be on a panel with Mohsin Hamid, whose books I've loved, and to really see what it's like to live and be a writer in Pakistan, as well as what it's like to come as a writer and visit this beautiful place. There will be a subject which is going around in the back of my mind, which gradually becomes a fixed idea, and I want to find out more about it. So, curiosity is always a big motivation for me. And I like having a routine of working. So once I've done the thinking or the research, I then like having quite an orderly writing life. So every morning I will go to my desk and have my hours working. And I will have things on the desk that almost are like having a ritual with my little stones from the beach or my favorite objects. And so that's how I get myself into the space of writing.
And how do you think culture and literature is being affected by this modern world, the age of AI?
That's been the subject of several panels talking about AI and how literature is going. People have been saying for a very long time it's the end of the book, and so far they've been absolutely proved wrong. That a book supplies people with an experience that you can't get anywhere else. You can't get it from watching a film or from seeing a painting or listening to music. A book goes straight from the mind of the writer into the mind of the reader. And that's a very precious kind of relationship. AI, though, is obviously a threat in certain ways. And I think even more than that, what I feel worried about is that people's attention span is being diminished. So if you're constantly on your phone, it's hard to have the concentration to sit down and read a whole book. And I see that happening more and more, is that people may be buying books, but I wonder whether they're actually reading them. My advice would be to be curious, to notice things, to take notes, and above all, to do it. So people quite often say they have a book in them or they'd like to write a book, but all you can do is start writing and make it piece by piece, page by page. It's like building brick by brick. And you can only become a good writer by doing it a lot. So that would be my advice. I have a new book coming out in May 2025. It's another novel. It's called Stealing Dad. And it was inspired by when my father died 3 years ago.